What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Dead Mall series, and welcome back to Omaha, where today we are going to be taking a look at the empty and dead silent Southroads Mall. For quite a while, I had no clue this place even existed, and I feel like that's a big reason why everybody stopped going here. Now, when this place opened, it was the sister mall to the Crossroads Mall, which is now infamously abandoned, and less reputable Westroads Mall. These three malls anchored most of the Omaha region for most of the 1960s and 70s. Southroads opened its doors in 1966, with JCPenney, Woolworths, and Brandeis as its three main anchors, and Sears opening a standalone department store across the street. It also featured a movie theater, being Southroads 4 theaters, and a food court, which were added on as a second level with a major add-on in the 1980s. The mall was built on Highway 75, a major thoroughfare for the whole area of Bellevue. Throughout the mall's early days, it enjoyed relative success as the main shopping hub for many southern Omaha residents, with many remembering the mall fondly around the holidays as the place to be, with the halls packed. In 1987, Brandeis was renamed to Yonkers, and as the 90s begun is when the mall really started to have its downfall, and it went downhill very fast. What a lot of people agree on that killed this mall was the moving of Highway 75. With the construction of Kennedy Freeway just a mile away, it sucked traffic away and the freeway was renamed to Highway 75. And the construction of newer malls like Oakview Mall just killed tenancy at Southroads. Woolworths was the first to close in the early 90s as the chain went out of business, and in 1996 Yonkers closed their mall location along with the Crossroads Mall location. And in 1999 JCPenney became a clearance store as many of the mall's tenants were shifting from name brand to more mom and pop shops. The mall was doing extremely poorly compared to its great past, becoming known as the Forgotten Mall. And in 2003, JCPenney closed their location as their lease expired and they were not willing to renew it. Sometime in the early 2000s, the movie theater also closed its doors for good. With the mall largely sitting empty, it was renamed to Southroads Technology Park, and nearly all the old stores were walled off, and offices became available for those old spaces. A gym opened under the old theater, and a school took up the second level of Yonkers. And that leaves the mall where it is today. With a handful of businesses left in Southroads, it sits quiet and empty, with live plants still dotting the corridors. The mall sits in a limbo with its future uncertain, and it's clear only time will tell what happens to this place. Now I'm going to leave you with some raw audio just so you can hear how quiet, dead, and empty this place is. When you walk the halls and look at the mall's empty caverns from certain angles, it can give you uneasy feelings, like you're not supposed to see it. It can be a multitude of things, the off-putting angles of the 60s architecture, or the white, pink, and baby blue paints that cover the walled-off stores, peeling off and falling after years of neglect and water damage. This thing you feel is known as liminal spaces, and it's not just this mall, or malls in general. It's anything that gives you that off-putting feeling. Even I feel it, especially being in this mall. Liminal spaces are the threshold of crossing over something you're not supposed to see. Just pass by or maybe give it a glance over, but not study the fine details. This mall is full of those feelings, no matter where you are, because perhaps this is one of the first malls I've ever visited that's truly open for anyone, but completely, utterly abandoned to the public perception. Walking through this mall is amazing, and if you're living in or ever in the Omaha area, I highly recommend checking it out. Visit the local shops and support the local businesses in this mall. There are some really nice people that operate out of here. It's super fun to come in and check out the sights, although it wasn't a good day for me the day I went, as I think it was almost closing time because all the lights in the old Yonkers wing were off and the doors were locked when I tried leaving. I wandered the halls for about an hour and started to even feel claustrophobic, trapped in the maw of the empty mall. Thankfully later, a woman who worked in the upstairs business came in to check on her plants, and I was able to leave, making for a terrifying yet personal experience. I was able to learn the nooks and crannies of the huge structure, and I'm sure I'll never forget Southroads, at least not anytime soon. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I had a super fun and terrifying time at this mall, and I hope you all learned a thing or two and enjoyed coming on this short journey with me that I call the Omaha Expedition. Next week, we'll be taking a look at the Northbridge Mall in Albert Lea, Minnesota. But until then, have yourselves all a lovely day, and peace out, guys. See you later.